Tonight on CTV News, a look at the Herpetological Society in Fort Collins aimed at increasing knowledge of reptiles.
And we talk to students who are part of the Marine Officer program on campus.
All this along with the latest Fort Collins and CSU news, plus weather, sports, and entertainment coming up right now.
Good evening, Rams. Thanks for tuning in to CTV News. I'm Karsen Buschjost.
And I'm Grace Reeder. Loveland police have released surveillance footage of an attempted robbery at Subway. The suspect entered the Loveland subway on Tuesday evening wearing a mask and holding a gun. According to Loveland police, employees immediately went to the back of the store and called 911. The suspect left seconds later with no cash in hand. He is described as a white or Hispanic male with a skinny build and about 6 feet tall. If you have any information on this case, contact Detective Katie McDonald at 970-962-2061.
Fort Collins may soon see some new affordable places to live. The city is asking developers for ideas to construct on a land bank property at 1506 West Horsetooth Road. A lack of affordable housing has been cited as a problem by city officials and residents. Land bank allows Fort Collins to buy parcels of land for future affordable housing development. City officials hope to pick a development partner in January.
You may have seen someone walking around Fort Collins with a snake on their shoulders. I sure have. I had the opportunity to meet the family behind the Northern Colorado Herpetological Society and the man who carries his snake, Rajan, around CSU. The Colorado Herpetological Society is dedicated to the conservation and appreciation of reptiles and amphibians. Northern Colorado has its very own Herpetological Society right here in Fort Collins.
So we hooked up with the Colorado Herpetological Society. We started going to meetings down in Denver, and we became members down there because it was such a far trip down there, and Fort Collins was such an open area with CSU and all the stuff going on. We talked to them down there, and the Herpetological Societies have been around for well over 100 years. They're well established, and we thought, was there a conflict if we started one up here? And he said that they were all over it.
The Northern Colorado Herpetological Society rescues and cares for many animals with the help of the CSU veterinary program.
They're our exclusive veterinary source. CSU is their exotics department, is like #1 in the nation.
This society started with 2 pet snakes, then the team adopted endangered Rajan, which turned into, give or take, 25 species under one roof.
I saw Rajan and a bunch of other animals at my first expo, and when I saw Rajan, he took my breath away. I mean, he's absolutely beautiful, huge, 10 foot of snake, and this tiny little lady was holding him like around her shoulder, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. And I figured, well, if she can do it, I can do it.
I'm here with Rajan, an Indian rock python. Rajan means king in Hindi. The Northern Colorado Herpetological Society hopes to open an amphibian and reptile education center / animal sanctuary.
It would be a huge educational center. I guess the closest thing to it would be the Prehistoric Pets in California has a reptile zoo. I want to throw a twist onto that. So it would be more of an educational center. They're huge breeders, and we don't want to be into the breeding thing. We want to be into the educational aspect of it.
The Society has many available reptiles for adoption, and you can find more information on their Facebook page.
Students have heard about programs like ROTC on campus, but many are not aware about the program that prepares them for the Marines. CSU's Marine Officer program provides a variety of opportunities to those interested. The Marine Officer program at CSU provides students with the opportunity to become a Marine Corps lieutenant upon graduating. The program shapes individuals to be leaders with high discipline and top physical fitness.
All the students here do all their training during the summers out in Quantico, Virginia, and then come back to school. During the school year, we do functions, once a week, once a month.
Students meet weekly for physical fitness training, an intense combination of cardio training and boxing, which builds mental strength and focus. This practice helps when students go to officer candidate training in the summer, known as the most physically intense training in the armed forces.
Really what the basis of OCS is trying to do is make sure that under stress, when you're hungry, when you're tired, when you're wet, you wish you had more sleep, you've got a ton of stuff to do, you're basically just stressed out to the max, to see if you can not buckle under that stress, but perform and perform at a high level.
The point of turning is to get your shoulders to 12.
The program currently has 25 trained Marine candidates, but Officer Hart is always looking for more dedicated students to get involved. He knows some students may have false misconceptions of the program.
And anytime you see military recruiters, they assume that we want them to sign a contract and go to boot camp as soon as possible. With this program, students are in the program for 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. So it's definitely a lot slower process. It gives them more time to learn about the Marine Corps and really make sure this is something they want to do.
Sam Sherwood will soon be in the Marines leading others to protect our country. He can attribute much of that to his work with the Marine Officer Program.
I think the most humbling thing is being able to have younger guys look up to you when you know they were in your footsteps. A few years back, asking things that you thought were silly questions but are actually really good questions, and just having people look up to you and you have a higher purpose to go and look out for those younger guys and eventually, hopefully, one day lead Marines and have them look up to you.
The Marines is the most versatile branch in the U.S. military, where over 250,000 Marines are currently serving their country by land, air, and sea.
Colorado State University has agreed to a 5-year contract extension with Under Armour. Under the contract, CSU will receive $2.2 million a year in uniforms and gear. According to Athletic Director Joe Parker, the university will save $1 million a year on uniforms for athletics. In total, the contract is valued at $11 million. That includes promotional efforts from Under Armour for the opening of the on-campus stadium.
Coming up after the break, the latest Fort Collins weather forecast.
Don't go away, CTV will be right back.